Hi, my name is Mark Anthony Dubose Jr. I was born July 4th, 1986. I want to say thank you for tuning in. Today, I kind of want to talk about something that I just keep on seeing. I just see the same stuff, and it's just a fascinating concept. Everybody's out here like criticizing each other, and judging each other, and they always have something to show where you can say, "Oh, see how he did that? I wouldn't let my dog like that. Oh, see how I did that? That dog's not paying attention to you. You see how that dog looked at him? He ain't looking at him." You always got something to pinpoint, especially folks like, well, I guess I'm in the category of I post videos and stuff and being able to see what it is that I'm doing. There's always something that anyone and everyone can criticize about what they see with what's going on with what it is that I'm working with. The biggest thing is I've realized in life, those that are quick and easy to criticize are incapable of taking criticism themselves. That's why they have to stay hidden. That's why they can't actually show anything that they're working on, but they like to just sit behind scenes and just talk about what everyone else is doing. It's always a concept of you can't judge anybody until you're ready to be judged yourself. Is everything in your life just so perfect and so laid out just in a way that it's just pristine? Like if anybody saw what's going on with you, they would never have anything to say about like, I would fix this or I would do this or I would change that. That's why sometimes I think the best advice that I could ever give to anybody is just be quiet. Be quiet. Because the more that you just be quiet, the more that you just keep your mouth shut, the more that you just keep watching, hearing, and smelling, the more that you're actually going to get into a better place. Just be quiet. I don't know what it is, especially with this dog stuff. It's like any trainer out there can post a video, something that they're doing with the dog. And you got all the critics that just come in about, oh, this, that, look how he's sitting, look at that, oh, he's not paying attention, oh, you got a treat in your hand, oh, you got this, oh, you got that, oh, why isn't he doing this? It's like everyone's got everything to say about an easy 20-30 minute video. And worst case scenario, if you're looking at like a 1 minute short type thing, you got everything to say about what's wrong, what don't look right, and what you would do different. But the biggest thing is nothing on this planet. I hope to say something to somebody. If you don't know this, nothing on this planet is perfect. And you learn that more and more by just like even being in a scenario that I'm in right now. I can look at all these trees, all these rocks, all this everything. Everything is different. Everything is unique. Nothing is perfectly made, perfectly shaped, perfectly done. There's flaws in absolutely everything that's out here. There's no just perfect rock. There's no perfect tree. Like this tree here, it's got weird little spot thingies on it. It's just not perfect. There's nothing perfect in our universe of existence that we understand. Everything is just this way of randomness. It's completely random. And if you didn't know that, I'm here to explain that to you. So this is why it's interesting to me. You know, I don't really get too many people that talk to me on, I wouldn't this and I wouldn't that, and your dog looks like trash, and I don't really get much of that, but I don't know why in reality, but I just see it on other folks' channels that I watch and I pay attention to, where these people just come in and it's just, it's such an amount of hate that it doesn't make sense to me. And that's why I feel I know just we as humans are not progressing on these lands. We're just getting worse and worse with each other. We're just trying to get more and more division with each other. We're just not really caring about actually truly helping each other. We're just in it for what can I get and the satisfaction that brings you in that instant. Not realizing that a lot of y'all out here, a lot of y'all watch me that watch a lot of the other people that I watch. Let's go this way, man. Let's check it out. A lot of watch me that watch a lot of other people that I watch. And you're leaving comments on people's stuff, just throwing a whole lot of hate, a whole lot of just evil intentions out to try to like, I don't know why, but the main thing is you got to look at yourself first before you say anything to anybody else. That's why for me, I used to talk to other trainers like, oh, why'd you do this and why'd you do that? In reality, there's no reasons for me to even know why someone is doing what they're doing. They're doing what they're doing because that's what they understand. And if I don't agree, I don't approve, I don't like it, I'm just going to go on and just watch and just move on with my life and say, okay, this is what I don't agree with. And I don't really even need to explain it to that person because it's not really going to change what they do. It's not going to change how they view the world. It's like, this is always a funny thing to me when people are always trying to like go to someone that's a Bible believer. Oh, this is why you shouldn't believe. You're not going to convince that person. Oop, wait, come here. You're good. Sorry. Yeah, you're good. You're not going to convince a Bible believer just because you had one little say so of this is why the Bible is false and see this passage. You're not just going to make someone just completely give up on what they do because you had a 20-second comment that you put on somebody's post. That's why a lot of this is just pointless. It's like, it's most cases, just me, I just know. It's just your projections of, man, it's gonna be complicated to get up right here. It's gonna be slippery. Hold on a second, I gotta use my hands on this one. It's like you got, this drill's cool. I keep finding new stuff, it's fascinating. It's just the insecurities that are being projected out that I don't believe people actually even really pay any attention to. You're just quick to say something without really understanding what's actually going on with you. You're quick to just put some sort of blame out there and some sort of judging out. Kahi, let's keep going this way if we can. I don't think we can. Putting something out there to someone else as if everything that you got is just so righteous and so amazing and so awesome. It's just the insecurity in you that you wish you had in reality what that other person was able to even be able to do. Even if you disagree with what it is that they're doing. I don't think this is a trail anymore. So we'll go the way that you was going. You got it. You know what's right. Even if you completely disagree with what it is that that person is doing, you still just can't stand that someone is willing and wanting to watch them and pay attention to them and listen to what they have to say. It just makes you mad inside. It's like, how do so many people believe in this? How can you believe in this? And to me, that's just insecurities in us that we need to figure out how to be able to overcome and stop with the whole trying to criticize and trying to judge, and just take a second, stop, and look at your own self to say, what is wrong with me? What's going on with me? What's driving me to be in this situation where I had this desire in me to just write this message out, write this text, make the phone call, and just talk so harshly, use hard language to people to just get my point across because they're wrong. What's wrong with you before you even consider to write or call or talk to anybody about what's wrong with them? Something about just the simple concepts of life. The main thing I want to say is, when it comes down to that concept of do nothing. When you get those thoughts of, well, I can't stand this person, and I'm going to write this comment in, you do nothing. You stop. You don't do it. You move on with your life. And you're going to realize something super fascinating about life. I'm not lost, but I don't know where I am. You're going to realize something real fascinating about life. That everything that you thought that made you mad really isn't making you mad. It's just you, your own self inside of you, that's making your own self mad. That person is just speaking, almost like another voice that's inside of your head that is just going against what it is that who you are. So you have no choice but to retaliate at that person as opposed to just retaliating at your own self. So the words that you're saying to these other people about how they're so stupid and they're wrong, they're dumb, I don't see how they could possibly be getting people to even watch this stupid madness. Let's go this way. That's all. That's just you're repeating that in your own head. Kahi, yep. You're repeating that in your own head. It's not got nothing to do with that other person. It's got everything to do with you. Nothing to do with anyone else. It's everything with you. Because I don't know what it is, because I've been experienced with this so much in my life. So much in my life. Everybody is so quick to criticize me and say, hey, Mark, hey, Anthony, hey, DeBose, we don't do it like this. This is how you should do it. You got to do it like this. You got to do it like this. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And I don't know what it is me. I greatly appreciate it. I appreciate every single time someone with no experience, no understanding, no knowledge, has no idea even how to even making a simple YouTube video, says to me, oh, this is how you should do it. And I'm like, do you have any experience? That's the main thing. We all can have ideas, but if you haven't done it before, it's a completely different level of life. Because when you're doing it, you'll see like, oh, okay, well, I thought that would work, but once I'm in it, now I realize that's not actually the way to go. So I appreciate every single time someone says something to me. And then I have to like look at your channel to say like, let me see if your advice is actually like working for you. And I see that you're not doing anything at all. Kahi, let's go this way. Kahi. Yeah, this way. I don't want to go that way. I don't know what it is. I think that way's the same as this way. Get over here. You go through there. You'll fit. Yep, come on. You notice that the other person's got nothing at all to be able to show. And the thing is, I know why. Because you can't take the criticism. You can't take it. You could dish it all out, all crazy, but you can't take it. You can't deal with it. That's why most of the entire world doesn't do like most people do some TikTok stuff and those simple little things like that, but actually making content to be able to talk about something that has helped you to be able to help someone else out with. It's some of the hardest stuff on the planet to do in reality, because you're open for everyone to just judge you and criticize you. And the reasons why I just know that folks don't do it is because of that. That's why they hide behind fake avatars and fake accounts to be able to say and do what it is that they're doing. But the biggest thing is that's something that I wish that everyone on this planet could just understand that. If you can't take the criticism, don't push it out. Because I appreciate it when people do it, but I know where people's intentions are when they do it to me. Their intentions are to basically try to talk down to me on how I'm stupid and how I don't know what I'm doing. And how everything that I got going on, it really isn't worth any value, and it's absolutely meaningless. And you need to do it like this instead, because what you're doing isn't getting you anywhere. And the problem behind that is you're putting words out there, you're putting communication out there that is only gonna come back to you and haunt you, not that person that you're writing it to. Because you're only just speaking out loud what's wrong with you, how you're hurting, how you're lacking something, how you're insecure with your own self, how you're scared, how you're not confident with yourself. That's all that's going on. And as long as you just continuously keep on doing that over and over and over and over again, you're just straight up in a sense of never, there's nevers and never always, but you're never going to be able to find that said peace that you're actually looking for in your life. It's like a cool, fun thing that people just do today. I just want to talk bad about people. I just want to talk down to people. And it does, straight up. It can make you feel good in the moment. It can make you feel real good to slander and gossip. It can make you feel real good on judging people. It can make you feel real good criticizing folks. It can, it does. It gives you a short little dose of like, yeah, see what I just did? But the thing is, you're gonna start to become addicted to that level of toxicness, and it's gonna be almost dang near impossible for you to figure out how to be able to get out of it. Because what always happens is, whatever you put out is gonna come right back to you. It's gonna just come right to you, and you're just gonna have no choice but to sit there and look at it right in your face. And then you're gonna be like, why are you treating me like this? And the person's saying they don't even understand, they don't even know. They're just working, they're just saying, they're just doing. So your life is just gonna be challenging, because everything around you is gonna be what is you're putting out and what you're doing. So many people I just hear, they're all go on to the whole religious side of it, of praying and asking, oh, why isn't my life better? Why isn't my life better? And it's like, why aren't you worried about making someone else's life better? And instead of trying to destroy everyone else's life. So dang, I don't even know I really don't know where I'm at now. This is cool looking though. These trails, we just got all kinds of stuff around here. It's just fascinating to be here where I'm at. It's unfortunate that it's getting so busy that so many people are moving here, and they're gonna probably be tearing all this out at some point. Hopefully not in my lifetime, or I'll be moving out of here before then. I don't even care. I'm not hardcore dedicated to staying here the rest of my life. But it's just something that I've really realized is the more that we do everything we can to truly, in good intentions, help somebody and want nothing from it. That's the only way that we're gonna be able to have the same people come back to us to do that exact same thing. This is where it just gets complicated with me on why I don't really care to go into the conversation with the whole like dog trainer, the dog trainer stuff. So everyone's just like, oh, I'm right. My method's right. My this, everything is good with it. And I'm like, cool, man. That's awesome. But the thing is, I could say, cool, man, that's awesome. And then that other person has no choice. I don't know what it is. They just got, oh, you're wrong. This ain't that ain't this. You're not gonna be able to get this. And I'm just like, whoa, buddy. I understand what you're doing. I see where you're coming from. But there's no reason for you to come and just try to absolutely destroy everything about who I am and just trying to discredit everything about me. I'm not trying to go into this in no argument. I'm just going into this in a sense of, I see what you're doing and I see what I'm doing. It doesn't mean that either of us are right. It doesn't mean that either of us are wrong. It just means that both of us are just doing what it is that we're doing. But it's like everyone just has to go into this attack mode, because that's the part I'll say. If you super soft inside, you have to go to attack mode, because you're going to feel attacked when someone doesn't agree with you. You're gonna have this, oh heck no, Kai, get out of there. Get out of there. That's a cliff on cliff. Man, that's some loose rocks. Man, we are up here. If you can see how far down that is. That's like 100 feet down. Sorry, we're on a mission today. On a real good mission today. Whew. But you have to go into attack mode. when someone doesn't agree with you, because it's going to start to make you and yourself feel like you're not worthy, like you're not good enough. And that's the part where I would just say is what I could see. All these little battles that I see with folks all on YouTube and doing all this stuff, and all these dog trainers yelling at each other, and all these politicians yelling at each other. It's like third graders on the playground fighting about who can go over the monkey bars the fastest or the longest, or who can hold on the longest. It's like little children just bickering back and forth about absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. And you have to like force yourself to do, I'm the best, and you can't be right because I'm only right. You have to do that because of your insecurity of what's going on inside of you. That's why it's hard for me to, it's hard for me to even consider listening to anything that anyone has to say about what it is that I do, because they just have to come in with attack instead of understanding. My go-to with every single person I ever meet, I don't care what you do and what's going on with you outside of you out here murdering people. We can't be doing that mess. That ain't no good. But I'm going to understand what it is that you're doing. I'm going to understand, even in that sense, I'm going to understand why you're doing it. Why are you doing this? And then I want to hear why you're doing what you're doing. So then I can learn about you and what it is that's going on with you. So that I can understand where you're coming from with why you do what it is that you do. As opposed to saying, nope, you got it like this. This is it. This is the only way to make it happen. That to me is the part where to me, straight up, it's just so sad. It's so sad to see and know that there's people like that are doing that. It lets me know that for the most part, in reality, straight up, this is real sad to me, that it's kind of like most people are like this. Most all people that I ever meet, interact with, are like this, in a sense that if you disagree with them, they do anything they can to try to attack you. Oh, you fat. Oh, you slow. Oh, look at you, you this. Oh, you that. Like, they don't even attack what it is that you do. They personally attack who you are. Oh, you dropped out of this. You quit this. Oh, you got fired over there. Like, they go into all the stuff that has nothing to do with what it is that we were actually talking about. And that to me just shows like how childish, not even childish, but how ignorant most people are with how they perceive themselves. And they perceive themselves to be this like superior being, but we're just not. We're just simple. Hey, look, we got snow. It's just simple, regular, basic, average human beings is what we all are. Some of us may know more in one thing, but then you know something more in another thing, or less in another thing. It's back and forth. Something I'm really, really good at, someone else is not that great at. And something else that I see folks do, I'm just like, man, you're incredible at that. And it's not for me to say, oh, why this and boo-hoo that and woe is me. It's just saying, well, you have that gift, and I appreciate you for being able to bring that to me. I have the gift that I have with the way that I work with my dogs. Does it work with everybody? Probably not. But does it work with someone who is like me in a way, I guess I could say? I'm pretty sure it will. If you do the type of stuff that I do, such as just going for a walk at a place like this, just going out, forget the map, let's just go for a walk, let's get lost a little bit. You know, that's who I am. I'm not on a strict schedule, strict regimen, it's gotta be like this, it's gotta be like that. That's not what I'm about. And if that's how you are, you know, that's where me and you get along. But if you're like, I gotta this and this and this and this and this. Turn back now. That's an interesting sign. So if you're a beginner, intermediate, advanced riders, and everything in between, maybe turn back now. It's telling everybody to turn back now. That's an interesting sign. Yeah, but if you're a strict, I want everything on to be on a specific regimen, a specific way, a specific day, got to be on time like this, that's not who I am. And I realize, for me, it doesn't give me any sort of success, any results at all in my life. And that's the part that I just want everyone to understand, is you don't have to do what everybody does or what this person does or what that person does. You have to do what you're capable of being able to do. And you're going to be able to live a life that is just, extremely simplistic, just so simplistic that you're just going to absolutely enjoy life and say, I love and I appreciate and I care for what it is that I got right now. Everything is just so simple. Thank you. Hey, Kai. Where we at, man? So these are some bike riding trails, I guess. Because some that I've been walking has been super sketchy. Just like hills that are so high up that I can't really even walk up them. And then winds go down, the down ones are the scary ones because you start to slip and fall on your butt. But I'm just running through them. This is cool. I need to get me a bike and get out here. Nah, I'll bust my face riding on this mess. This is just, it's just interesting when I see folks interacting with each other online and doing what it is that they're doing. It makes me like straight up sometimes just feel embarrassed for some people. Where I'm like, I know you're not like that, but why are you doing that? And that's the part of the video I made before. People's actions are what you pay attention to, not in reality what they say. Some people can say all kinds of great, amazing, and awesome stuff, but their actions, how they're saying what they're saying, what those actions behind it, that's what truly matters. That's the only thing that matters to figure out exactly what's going on. And that's the thing that I can really realize who somebody is really fast. Kahi, you taking shortcuts, buddy. Come on, come here. Come here. Kahi, you're getting a little sticky today, buddy. Come on, come here. You taking too many shortcuts for me. I know you know where we're going, or you think we know you're going. There's something up here that you're anxious to be able to check out. So you trying to get there as fast as possible. We stay on the trail, homie. But the fastest way to be to figure somebody out is when, basically, I guess I could say it simply is, an argument starts to happen. How does that person deal with that? When disagreement starts to happen, how does that person deal with that? When disaster happens around them, how do they deal with that? Come here. How do they deal with that? And then you'll be able to learn really quick about who somebody is.